Yes, it's Friday!
What's new in retro games? Can you tell me what's new in retro games, please? What's new in retro games? Can you tell me what's new in retro games this week?
Hello! Yes, it is me, Jace, at... Where am I? Retrogames! You know who I am! You know you're here every week. It's me, it's Jace, and what a week it's been. I've got two words for you. Two words for you to start the show. Royal Mail. Why? Why? Just pay them what they want. Let's get this back to normal. Come on. Royal Mail have been a curse for the last few weeks because of the strikes. And it's all starting to come to a head now with loads and loads of epic delays throughout the system. We have got loads of parcels out there still waiting. If you are waiting for a parcel from us, I am so sorry. It is completely, I know it's hard to believe, but completely out of our hands. Please, it's so stressful. Every email I answer from certain people, like, oh no, it still hasn't come. Oh, I hate it. Stuff's still going out. Some stuff's getting there absolutely fine, but some parts of the network are so blocked up. And something that's really driving me absolutely nuts about Royal Mail at the moment is items are a lot. They're actually leaving. We get our mail collected every day by Royal Mail. They send their van and they take away all our parcels. But they are leaving the description of the tracking update as being prepared by sender, not yet dispatched. Because they have got such a backlog and they haven't processed anything, they're turning that back on the people who are selling the stuff, like, oh, we haven't even got the stuff ready to send yet. Rubbish. We are super fast. We get stuff out every day, straight away, bang, bang, bang. We've always been like that. But you know, Royal Mail decided to turn tables. Yeah, let's make it look like all those sellers. It's not absolutely not just us. It's across the entire country. A meltdown in the mail service, and I'm praying that things get back to normal soon. I know Black Friday, Cyber Monday, none of that stuff helped, but the strikes are continuing and the management don't seem to care, and it's just rumbling on and on and on and on forever, and it's really damaging small business. A lot of people have not bothered buying, and they're missing out on stuff because we only list ones, and they're missing out on rare things because they don't want to risk going through the post. You're costing Retrogames money, you're losing us customers, you're losing business. You know, people are going back to shops. Can you believe it? They're going in shops and they're even paying with cash. Some people. Can you believe it? Cash. I know. It exists. So anyway, yes, if you have seen stuff on the site that you want to buy, I have no problem working with you. We're using other couriers, we're using DPD, UPS, FedEx. We are happy to... We will bend to your will. We'll use your chosen courier. I mean, generally high value, big expense goes to courier anyway, so that's not caught up in the Royal Mail stuff. But even couriers are really slow because of the massive backlog Royal Mail's caused. Also, if you want to buy stuff, maybe even something little, but you don't want us to send it yet, no problem. We are holding some parcels back at the request of our customers. You know, we have options on the site. You can select check as payment and not actually pay any money, but the stuff is held for you in your name. Just email sales at retrogames.co.uk. Any queries, anything you want to buy but you're not sure how it's going to work out in the current post nightmare, just get in touch and let's talk about it, and we'll do all we can to help. Okay, let's stop talking about post. There's more to life than post. Just doesn't feel like it this week. Let's talk about the competition. It was a big success last week, wasn't it? Was it? Huge success. We've got another competition, yeah, because I think you guys like, you know, seeing your name on the screen, your runners and riders, You like the friend of mine who runs who runs it. Let's get today's sheet. Last week, you remember we had 18 runners and riders in the Retrogames competition. We're back up to 19 today. 19 people thought it was worth commenting for their chance to win. I'm not going to tell you the prize yet, because you don't know. I didn't tell you what the prize was last week. I'm keeping it mysterious. I like to do that. But these are the guys who are in it. This is I'll put the numbers up now. Go on, there's the numbers. Okay, so we've got a few new people this week. We've got MH Johnson at the top there. Wondrous Jaguar. I had great pleasure in telling me. I was referring to her as a male, and I'm sorry about that. Wondrous Jaguar. She, apologies. Welcome on board. I should never have just assumed that you were male. I'm just rubbish. I'm rubbish. Scary Bailey, he's back. He said his best Spectrum game of all time is Night Law. What do you think of that? Night Law. It was absolutely phenomenal, wasn't it? The moment you first saw Night Law, it's like your trousers and pants fell down in public. Well, that's what it was like for me. Possibly wearing very loose trousers. It was a shock, wasn't it? I remember seeing Night Law. I didn't actually have it. I saw it at my friend Alan Dobson's house. I still remember. His mum had got it for him down the computer shop, and we went round to see. And he had because they both came out the same day, Night Law and Underworld for the ZX Spectrum. Ultimate Play the Game titles that we've been waiting for. They're pre-advertised for months and months and months, and they finally appeared in the shop. Alan was the first person to get them around his house, in his little tiny bedroom, full of Motley Crue posters. You can imagine it. And we're watching Night Law, and he's loading and Night Law comes on the screen, the first ever time I've seen isometric 3D graphics on a Spectrum. And yeah, it was absolutely incredible. And it's a memory that it's locked in. It's locked in. That's not going anywhere. That was a mega gaming moment. I'm tempted. I'm just going to look, a little sneaky look. Yes, the cameras are still recording. Oh, don't want to reminisce twice because it doesn't feel as magical. Yeah, because this is magical. It's magical. Get used to it. Who we got? We got Midnight Dreamers on here, number 4. He gave me a great quote. He gave us a great quote on here, talking about Sega, because obviously we covered all those lovely Dreamcasts last week. And he said of Sega, they crave power, then look back over the mistakes they've made, pile them all together, and call it destiny. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if he wrote that. But he's right, isn't he? Because they all kind of, oh, it was just destiny. Yeah, we don't take any personal responsibility. Sega didn't really take responsibility for the failures of their own company. They almost made a laughing stock. What was that? SGG Dreamcast limited edition, where they made a mockery of the manager of Sega. When that comes in, we will talk about it because it's a very important game in the history of Sega. Who else we got? Tetley's back. Retro Import Gamer. Regular. Wants a Marvin fan club. Good idea. We could have what would you do? Would you send in things? Will I do a monthly newsletter? What Marvin's been up to in his private life? Peter Edwin, he's last week's winner. He's back in. He's number 7. He suggested that we should start selling mystery boxes. What do you think of that? Mystery boxes of retro games crud. Anything that I can't sell, anything that's a bit worn out, like bargain basement stuff, just cram it all in a box and stick it on the site for 30 quid. What do you reckon? Do you think you'd buy that? You might buy it once. I mean, it would be fascinating because someone could buy that box, the mystery retro games box, and then do an unboxing on their channel. And I guess that would be a good way of maybe getting more traffic. I don't know. So I quite like the idea. Quite like the idea for the fun novelty value of it. I can't imagine people being very pleased with the stuff I put in the box. So fair enough. Jerry Ellis, number 8. Jerry Ellis, one of our long-time customers and friends. Has been buying from us, I think, way back when we still had paper catalogues. He's original, he's proper, and he's absolute expert on the Spectrum. He's done loads of these books out and stuff. You might even see some of his own stuff on our site that he wrote. Yeah, he's brilliant. Jerry Ellis, and I'm so glad, Jerry, that you've joined the competition, even though you might not want the prize. You don't know what the prize is? I know, fair enough. Richard Harbour there. Retro Bear, he's joined. Retro Claire, no, she's not in this week. But Retro Bear is, and he said, he took umbrage about what I said about Toy Story last week. I said about Toy Story, why don't they take the soundtrack, keep the soundtrack, and then completely remake the film. Remake the movie with up-to-date graphics. And he's compared that to, like, oh yeah, you could go back to Jurassic Park and redo all the dinosaurs. Yes, that's the thing. Whether you would like it or not, Retro Bear, I think that would be a huge commercial success. I think a remade Jurassic Park with all new dinosaurs, all jollied up, really good quality CGI, could be good. Could be good. And I definitely think Toy Story, the anniversary, Toy Story, same soundtrack, completely new film. I pretty much say it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Richard Cooper is new to the show. Lou, Marvin needs a jingle. Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it, but I'm thinking about it. Justin Wormlington, Steve Holloway. Now I've got, who's this? I've got to say his name properly because his name's all wacky. Jabobler Rob said that we should do a feature. Well, that's a good idea. A feature on snack-related video games. Because last week, what did we cover? It was a game that we played with snacks in it. I can't even remember. Oh, Smith's Crisps. It was Smith's Crisps. Super Champs. Super Champs on the Spectrum. Smith's Crisps promoted. And it got me thinking, yeah, there is some, isn't there? He suggested Pushover. Because Pushover apparently sponsored by Quavers. That's a crispy snack for all you guys who don't know. I can't imagine there's any of you guys who don't know what Quavers are. I thought about Zool. Do you remember Zool on the Amiga? That came with Chupa Chups lollies. That was sponsored by Chupa Chups. The Skips one, Cumsy Colin, eat some Skips. He was off the adverts and they put him in a game. And then the one other I could think, I mentioned the Weetabix game, but apparently that's not a snack. Well, it depends, doesn't it? I eat them dry. I eat them dry, yeah, every day. I have a couple of Weetabix, sometimes I spread butter on them. Probably is, some of you guys probably actually do that. But I'm just joking. Or am I? Oh, Weetabix, hard to get off the old dishes though, when it's dried out more. It's like Michael McIntyre's here, isn't it? Suddenly he's coming out with some material. Oh yeah, I've got material. Bill's Tomato game. Do you remember that? Bill's Pasiganus game. Bill's Big Tomato game, and that came with sachets tomato sauce. We have discussed that before. Is tomato sauce a snack? Well, it's not necessarily a snack in its own right, but you definitely want it on your snack. I think you could have that on your Quavers. You could have that on your Chupa Chups. Dipping your lolly in the Heinz. Who knows? There's probably more. If you can think of a snack-related game, put it in the comments. We'd like to talk about it. Maybe we'll actually do that feature. Who else is on here? Beesball. They were on last week. Gareth Williams. Gareth, our Welsh contingent. Confirmed. He does collect Dragon! Yeah!
Now then,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Welsh computer collected by someone in Wales. Brilliant. Retrogamer Revived wants to hear about my game ideas. Remember last week I was talking about the fact that I've designed a few games that just in a box file somewhere that I've never seen the light of day. But they're the best games you ever play. Well, he wants me to talk about them. I'm not sure they pass muster. Let's go. 19, of course, 19. He's back in Retro Ed. Retro Ed. Previous winner, he won the first one, and he's back, and he's keeping up the rear. He's keeping up the rear, Retro Ed. So without further ado, let's talk about the prize. And I promised you it would not be a T-shirt this week, even though the T-shirts are much rarer. I have got something actually worth some money. Money, yeah, money, yeah, cash. And that is this. Yeah, what is this? It's a brand new item. It is a mini classics. Let's get it on the top camera. This is a mini classics. This is when they made like mini version Game & Watch, the Nintendo licensed keyring Game & Watch style games. Smurfs was never a Game & Watch though. This is a bit of an anomaly, but it still fits in the series. It is Nintendo branded, and as you can see, brand new, sealed in its packet. This is the Smurfs. Goes for about 50-60 quid. Now come on. That is a prize worth having, isn't it? You can stick this straight on eBay and get 50 quid. Come on. Let's get him. Marvin! Marvin! Come on. Marvin! No, maybe not. We've got the Marvin. Here he is. Yeah! Marvin, our electronic helper. He's looking stunning today, aren't you, Marvin? You're looking good. Looking good. So we've got your numbers. We've put in the number 19 at the top. Let's turn it on. I think, oh, there's the ease. It does get the ease. I don't know, it only does that sometimes. It's a bit unreliable. I'm going to do the old 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready to win? So you've got your numbers. Good luck, everybody. So lottery, isn't it? Good luck, everybody. 5, 4, 3. You could win this. 2, 1. Go. We got a number! He's number 7! That's a lucky number! Number 7 has won today. Who was number 7? I don't remember. I don't memorise this. Number 7. It's Peter Edwin. Now this just shows it is not fixed. Peter has won 2 weeks in a row. He had a different number each time. Fair enough, Peter. You've won again. You have won again. You're the luckiest guy. And, you know, don't knock it. Don't knock it. You can't accuse me of fixing this. Everyone had the same chance. Marvin has spoken. Okay, now let's talk about next week. Now, next week we're going to have a competition again. I've just got to bear with me. Just got to grab something. He's gone. He's gone. I'm back. Now we're giving a giveaway. One of my friends. I'm going to give away one of my friends the prize. Now, next week I'm going to have a week off. We're not going to do a show next week. We're going to build up for the big Retrogames Christmas show. Yeah! Retrogames Christmas show. So, it's going to be a 2-week gap. We're going to come back on Friday the 23rd. Friday the 23rd of December. The Retrogames Christmas show. I'm going to try and do a feature. I'm going to try and make it a bit more special. Just to see in the Christmas festive spirit. So, I need a little bit of extra time to do that. So, no, not next week, the week after, but that doesn't mean we're not having the competition. Yes, the competition, we're doing a big Christmas competition. And what can you win? What can you win? Well, you've heard of Marvin. Marvin's going to give away Milton, my favourite talking electronic game. You can own Milton. Worth about 100 quid, but if you don't know him, he talks. He talks, he's a lot of fun. He talks an American black accent. It's proper street electronic game. It is the coolest, it's probably the coolest electronic game ever made, and what an amazing prize. But that's not all. I'm going to give a second prize, and the second prize is going to be another one of these. There's 50 quid Smurfs electronic handheld game, brand new. Stick it on eBay, get you 50 quid. And third prize, yeah, 3 prizes. We're going to do, Marvin's going to do 3 prizes. I know it's hard to believe. We're going to give another t-shirt. It's a blue one. And it's an XL. I've managed to find another one. It's an XL of the blue Retrogames t-shirt. The one with like a big ghost. So you can look like a big ghost. And not just that, also the very rare Retrogames badge. I'll just show you that there's very few of these. They've got sent out a couple of times to a few people, but they are super rare. Official Retrogames badge and t-shirt. And that's the third prize. Yes, 3 prizes. And what have you got to do to win? Engage. That's it. Just engage. Just engage. Tell your friends. You've got to like and subscribe. And you just got to talk to us. Just get yourself in the list. Make a comment. Tell us something about retro gaming. Make me laugh. You get in the list. As long as you're in the list of comments, you'll have a number and you will be in the Christmas draw. The big Christmas draw. Is that enough talking about competitions? I think so. It's taking up a lot of the show now, just talking about the competition. Well done again, Peter. The luckiest guy. You'll probably win all 3 prizes next week. I think that's a way that could happen. If I've got a number in Marvin, say there's 20 people in the Christmas competition, surely there's going to be more than 20 people to win one of those brilliant prizes. There's like getting on 150, 60 quid's worth of stuff there. Then I guess they could win more than once. I'll do 3 draws, first, third prize, and you could win all 3 prizes, and that is the beauty of gambling. But why is it gambling? It's free. All you have to do is comment. Now, let's stop talking. Let's move on to what's new in retro games this week. Yeah, what's new? What is new? And it's been another busy week. Another busy week at the office. Loads of great stuff to show you today. Stuff I like. Particularly stuff I enjoy looking at. It was a good week. Let's start with Game Boy. Let's start with Game Boy. Don't get as much Game Boy stuff as we used to. What about this? Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Game Boy Advance, 4 Swords Adventure. Now, isn't that a beautiful thing? And now Game Boy games have gone ridiculous. I think of all formats over the last 5 years, Game Boy has shot up in value the most. Box games, I mean, every time you seem to list a beautiful boxed example, it seems to have doubled in value since the last time we listed it. Crazy. So they're in significant investment, and look at this condition, beautiful. We've got the fold. Is this a fold out? Let's have a look. Fold out there, VIP. I mean, this isn't a poster. You can put this on the wall, but it's just something. You've got the manual there. You've got the manual, and you've got the warning. And it's just a lovely game. Zelda Four Swords. It came out on the GameCube, didn't it, as well? With you could connect your Game Boys to the GameCube and play multiplayer all at the same time using Game Boys as screens. And that is pretty cool. If you've got the complete setup, if you've ever tried it. I did it once. It was a heck of a lot of fun. All four of you stuck in a dungeon, all helping each other out, but all on your own little mini screens. It was good. It was good. It's a good collaborative couch experience. That's what they call this stuff. Couch co-op. Couch co-op. I know the terminology, yeah. I'm a gamer. Okay, so yeah, that's the first game kicking us off, Zelda, but we're not stopped with Zelda because we've got another couple. We've got the classic, even rarer, Zelda Oracle of Ages. Now these games are very, very nice. Very nice. Lots of walking around, finding things, solving puzzles and clearing dungeons. That's what Zelda is. That's what Zelda is. And look, it's still in its plastic bag. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. You've got the fold out there. Oh, and there. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful example of this really rare Zelda game. And you know, Zelda, it's a key Nintendo title, it's a key franchise. It's always going to be worth money, and it's always seemingly going up in value, which is incredible. Yeah, I never thought we'd get to Game Boy games, three-figure sum Game Boy games, but we're there. And then, guys, they came out together. This is Oracle of Seasons. This is the other Game Boy game that goes along with that Oracle of Ages. But you can see this has got something interesting to talk about. It's a bit worn out. Look at this strange wear mark here. And there's another bit here. It's just strange, isn't it? Because it's actually really nice apart from that. Just like a rub mark. I think that's a bit of fade, isn't it? Faded on that spine. Yeah, definitely faded. But yeah, it's a shame because structurally the box is lovely. Really good condition. Anyway, it doesn't matter about the box, does it? Did I really say that? Doesn't matter about the box? What are you talking about? Yeah, okay, matters a bit about the box. But look at the contents. Again, brand new. Lovely. Look at that. It's like, oh, what? It is a gorgeous game. Just that wear on the box. I wish we had a spare box to change it with, but we haven't. So it's quite a bit cheaper than Oracle of Ages. But still very rare and still highly collectible. And who cares? Just a little bit of wear. What? Brilliant. Fantastic. Original. Game Boy. That's it. 3 Game Boy. I'm doing less numbers of games in each format today. Let's have a look. What have we got now? Let's go N64. You remember that? Nintendo 64. I often say it's my favourite console of all time. I don't know if that's true. But I say it anyway. I say about everything. Dreamcast, you know, NES. Star Wars Racer. Now this game is derided. Can I say it's derided? Not particularly popular. And I think a lot of that is because it's based on Episode 1. And Episode 1, huge backlash from all the Star Wars fans saying, Episode 1, this is the rubbish. This is nothing like we wanted, Jar Jar Binks and all that. But I think this was a pretty good version of that racing sequence from the film.
Anakin Skywalker!
I'm going to show you it running. I mean, you've probably already seen it. But it's a really, really beautiful example of the game. And I know, even if it's a rubbish franchise, I still get excited about pristine games. Doesn't matter what it is. And there you go. It's in the plastic. It's in the plastic. Look at that manual. Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful, beautiful, glossy. You got that. I don't think it's ever been played. I honestly don't think that's been out. That has been titled. Someone bought this and thought, well, they got it as a present. There's that old. I mean, brilliant. You know, you get given a game for a present, you never fancy playing it, so he just left it on the shelf in perfect condition, just to accumulate value, and then he sold it to us. Crazy. Carry on. Let's go. Hexen. This is part of the. It's Doom related, isn't it? Doom, Quake, Hexen. There's more role-playing elements in this, but it is an FPS. FPS, first person shooter. Yeah, just in case you didn't know what that meant. First person shooter. That means you just shoot the first person you see. It doesn't. Let's carry on. Let's get it out. Oh, look again in the plastic bag. Beautiful. I had to show you the manual for this as well. This is manual. Look at that. Look at the way it shines. It's like golden. Isn't it beautiful? I know. I think it's incredible. It's one hell of an incredible manual. And I wanted to show you that. Oh, and there's a little warranty. There's a warranty card in there as well, tucked in. Hexen, yeah, these games that were once pretty easy to find for N64 are suddenly picking up mega value. This 75 quid for Hexen. This is a game that you usually sell, I mean, not that long ago, 5-6 years ago, maybe 25, 30, 35 tops, and a really nice one. No, 75, and it's going higher. It has sold for 3 figures. Hexen has sold for 100 quid before. Not with us. But yeah, it's a crazy amount of cash. I just wanted to show you this. This talked about one of my favourite formats, and not just give me a chance to use an old logo, but what about this for the Dragon?
Now again, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for Dragon. Might have some games for the Dragon coming up, but this is a brochure. I've never seen this brochure before. This is, you know, we showed us a couple of weeks ago. We showed the Spectrum brochure, like the glossy "Come By Our Computer" pamphlet, and this is the Dragon version. And look at it, isn't it gorgeous? Look, family computer to fire the imagination. Yeah, my imagination's on fire because I bought a Dragon 32. Enter the Dragon, the new Dragon 32. It's the first of an entirely new generation of microcomputers. British designed, British built, and ideal for all users. Don't know really what that means. With school children learning to use computers as second nature, with parents having to learn a totally new technology, with incredible computer power such knowledge can put at your fingertips, it makes sound common sense to make the learning as easy as possible. That's badly written, isn't it? Doesn't make sense. And it's here that the new Dragon 32 really comes into its own. Read about all the amazing features, and they've got pictures and games there. Got a few games there. Picture of the Dragon. We had a Dragon 32 came in this week. I haven't got it out to show you because I thought, well, holding up a computer is not compared to them Dreamcasts, it's not going to excite you. There's a bit of a circuit board, memory. A computer has two separate memories. I remember lots. Colour and graphics. Yeah, it's got colour and graphics. It's got Berserk. I don't really know. Full colour hemorrhoids. No, meteoroids. Full colour meteoroids. Sound generation, computer voice. That's a really great voice if you ever get to use that software for the Dragon 32. It does speak like a chief. Zap! Pow! Ah! Fabulous! Yes, I just wanted to show you that. That is a Dragon 32 original 1983 brochure for the computer. Amazing. Right, so what's next in my box of stuff? Well, let's talk about PS2. PS2. This is just American thing, but it's very unusual. Box set. It's Xenosaga 2. It's a role-playing adventure series. But very unusual to find it in this slipcase. I know you shouldn't get excited about slipcases, but I do. And the reason it's got a slipcase is because it's not only got the game, it's American by the way, the game, but it's also got Xenosaga the movie, anime movie, and it's even that's branded by Namco too. So it's a proper box set version of Xenosaga 2, and it's already a super rare game. I just thought it's a very nice lavish set. Worth showing you that. A bit of Xenosaga 2 there for USA PS2. Let's carry on. What are we going to do now? Well, let's talk about something that I thought was really special. And that is this. You're going to like this. The Love Plus Nintendo 3DS. And these are a bit more oomph. Check this out. The aim of Konami's Love Plus 3DS game is to bring a bit of love into your life with a virtual girlfriend. Dating simulation games have often used anime-style graphics to portray their idols, but there is something quite disturbing about Nintendo's endorsement of a game about grooming schoolgirls. Check this scene, depicting Nene's embarrassment as you photograph her chest and thighs.
もうちゃんと聞いてる
Nintendo again exposed its seedy underbelly when it released a video of the late 50-year-old president Satoru Iwata seemingly beguiled by the game. Inevitably, it didn't take long for lonely Japanese men to become obsessed with Love Plus and its parade of underage girls. The oddly named Sal 9000 from Tokyo becoming the first to marry his Nintendo 3DS in 2009. So here it is. Here is the sick, the slightly sick, paedophilia-inspired console. Is it a school? It's encouraging Japanese people to fall in. Japanese men, isn't it? It's men. I don't think women, maybe gay women, but are women going to be excited about this set? The Love. I mean, it's got a filthy feel about it. And no wonder it only came out in Japan. I just think it's a bit sullying the reputation of Nintendo in here. Okay, anyway, beautiful. This is a beautiful box set. And look at that. Look at that. Amazing. That's the game in there. Got the card insert. We can take all this out. Have a look. So there's the game. And there's the back with the pictures of the girly. All sealed. All the gumph that comes with it. Let's lift this lid. And then we've got all the good stuff. Got a Japanese power supply. That's the charging stand. And here's the console itself. And it's a very pretty console, I've got to say. It's unusual to have a prepubescent girl on the front of your console, but it's kind of cool, isn't it? It is like a metallic picture of a lady in a short skirt. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this thing. It is weird, isn't it? It's weird. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get this to power up. I'll just give it a little show. I mean, it's a beautiful console. You don't just have to play this game on it. There is lots and lots of great 3DS games that are not slightly weird. Oh, it's a bit slow to load, and it's slow to load. Why is it slow to load? It's a cartridge, come on. Do you remember? I mean, that's why I like N64, it's cartridge. But they actually load really quickly. And then you got, as cartridges get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the processors don't match it. The bus of memory. So they take loads just to boot up, don't they? They go just to boot up. It's got music. It's kind of moody, isn't it? Moody. We're in a girl's bedroom. And it seems to be like Eric Clapton playing. Well, you get the idea. We're talking to someone. This is not a sexual game. This is about love. And about this young girl who you fall in love with. I'm already starting to fall in love with her. So I can't play this for too long. Because I do not want to succumb to falling in love with this young girl. Because it just feels so wrong. What an interesting thing. It's an interesting game, isn't it? You know what? I'll do the old trick. I'll put that away later. Right, what else is in the box? That was a bit of a headache, wasn't it? It wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. But an interesting thing all the time. Anyway, I always try and pick the interesting stuff. Let's talk about another format that I like to talk about a lot. Spectrum! Spectrum! Okay, we've got some Spectrum this week. And what we're going to talk about first? We're going to talk about compilation. I just wanted to show this because it's in really nice condition. And this is the Boots Action Pack compilation. Now everybody ignores compilations because, well, they're kind of like, well, they're not the proper, they're not official, they're not budget, but they're not the official releases. And if you want to have more nice on the shelf, why do you want to have loads of compilations? But I mean, obviously back in the day it was a great way of getting loads of games. Now this is Boots Action Pack, and it's in lovely condition. You never usually see like this, always torn and ripped. And there's not much to see. It's three cassettes and some manuals in 2 cases with a paper slipcase. But what gorgeous condition! And great games. They were great games. All Vida's Monty, Gauntlet, Top Gun, Super Cycle, and Jack the Nipper. All good games, and are really unusual to find in that condition. And exclusive to Boots the Chemist. That's when they had proper game shops. Boots the Chemist. Go and get me game from Boots. Yeah, get myself some anusol at the same time. Yeah, brilliant. Let's carry on. Spectrum. What about this? Now, I love rare things, and there's not much rarer in the world of Spectrum than +3 discs. And this is Tomahawk, a game relatively common, and it's like £1.50 on cassette. But wow, is it rare on +3 disc. It is lovely. It's a helicopter game. It's a bit of discolour on this plastic. There's actually no discoloration on the disc. You can see it's a 3.5, beautiful 3.5 inch. Not 3.5, 3! Alan Sugar made his own discs. 3-inch disc. And there you've got a lovely big manual. I mean, you can imagine this game just normally comes in just a single cassette case. They managed to extrapolate all that information into not only a big thick manual, it's the same game, but also this fold out. And this is amazing to me that they've made so much out of such a simple, look at this, huge history of the Apache helicopter there, including the way to fly it, and mad. And then there's a security code sheet. Now you might remember on the regular Spectrum, on the rough cassette version, it's a lens lock game, but it's not a lens lock game on the +3. You use a code sheet, so it's different. It's completely different, and it's very rare. But I know what you're thinking, not so exciting. We want more excitement than that. Just, well, what about football? Here we are in the middle of a World Cup. What about World Cup Soccer Italia 90? Oi, turn back on. Get back here. I know. You're thinking this is a boring football game, Jace. What are you talking about this? I'm talking about this because it's also +3 disc. And again, really, really rare. The games that are really quite common on cassette. Whole different league when it comes to the +3 disc version. Yeah, it's lovely. You've got the manual there, you've got the 3-inch disc, 3-inch there, I've got it right this time. This comes with a wall chart. You know, wall charts. People used to love these things. Where you put in all the results of the World Cup, but they didn't do that. They didn't ruin it, they didn't graffiti it, they've kept it absolutely brand new and pristine. And I think that's really nice. Really nice thing. I know, and it's topical. Topical, isn't it? Because we are in the middle of the World Cup. Come on, England! Come on, England! Right, let's carry on. One more +3 game. Another. This one's getting rarer and rarer. What about this? The original Renegade on +3 disc, and it comes in that kind of Amiga style square plastic case. Beautiful! Ah. Oh. So exciting to get this stuff on +3. Look, got a lovely silver label on the disc, separate manual, just a really, really lovely thing. Spectrum +3 disc, that is where the collector's value is really picking up. Well, Spectrum values have been rising consistently for the last 20 years, but +3, oh, oh, well I order. Yeah, one more Spectrum, no, a couple more Spectrum games. Let's get back to cassettes. A couple of cassettes here. What about this? Absolute legend. Legend is Manic Miner! Yeah, we don't get this game in enough. We used to have loads of them. This is a game that, like in about 2000, I'd have had 25 copies in stock. But now, you're lucky because it just flies straight out because it's so iconic. It's a game that everyone had and everyone loved and everyone wants to reminisce on. And I never ever sussed out the picture of that man with the lantern. It always looked like some sort of weird monster. With this orange bit being his red, this is just my brain, red bit being his mouth. And then kind of like this is where his eyes are, and this was like the back of his head. And you probably can't see that, and you're thinking, Jace, you're completely mad. That has always just been a bloke with his hand out. But to me, I just saw it as this strange, creepy monster on the front. And I don't know why my brain works like that. It just always has. I wonder if anyone else has got the same affliction. If they look at a certain game cover and see a completely different thing to what it's meant to be. Is that what I'm talking about, maybe? What about this? Aquarius, another bug bite game. So much rarer than Manic Miner. Thought to have, you know, this sold like a couple of thousand units tops. It was one of the rarest. But we've got about 5 of these, six of these in stock for about £2. And then Manic Miner, far more common. We've got £15. Go out on 15, and it will sell really quick because it always does. isn't it just mad? It's about the quality of the game, because this is a rarer item on the same label. It's a shark game, Aquarius, and you know, nobody really wants it, and I don't understand why. Oh, now I understand why. I never understand anything. Let's carry on. What about this? Now you're going to get excited about this one. This is one of the greatest games of all time. Retro gamers love Elite. Elite for the Spectrum, 48K Spectrum. Elite. It's a space trading game by David Braben, and everyone. It's iconic. You can still play Elite. There's new Elites now. There's Elite Unlimited or whatever. Loads of them lost Elite. Elite carried on, it rumbled on. I mean, there's not many 8-bit franchises that really have lasted right up to current day. But Elite is one of them. But this example is just gorgeous. You can tell already by the box, can't you? It's got a real lovely shine. I'd say, I'm pretty confident this is the best example of Elite for the Spectrum we have ever had in stock. I know, big words. But it's just immaculate. And Spectrum games you don't... not ones that people actually play. Don't usually get this kind of condition. The manual's perfect. We've got the entry card here. This is the what is it called? Order of Elite membership card. Unperforated for you to send off and become a member and get a special badge. I don't think that's still valid. We've got the unused here, the keyboard overlay, upside down. But yeah, so you put this over your rubber keyed Spectrum and you've got all the commands laid out, so you don't have to look at the manual. But then if you want to look at the manual, it comes with another separate keyboard guide, just telling you all the keys again on a piece of paper. What's here? This is the one, and look, it's absolutely mint. It is the epic ship identification chart. The legendary poster that comes in the original Elite, so often missing, but as you can see, this one has never ever been stuck on a wall or defaced in any way. What's else? There's loads of stuff in here, isn't there? It's like a real Aladdin's cave of stuff. This is the lens lock information sheet. It's so complete, it's got everything. Just tells you how to use the lens lock, and here of course is the lens lock. We've talked about lens locks where you make that into a little shape, put it against the screen, read the number out and type it in. And there we got the cassette. Of course, the cassette is... there's no more stuff in there, but that is everything covered. That is one heck of a nice Elite, isn't it? Very lovely. It would make a nice present for someone. It would. It's beautiful. And does that conclude the Spectrum? That concludes the Spectrum! What else are we talking about today? Well, one of my favourite subjects, because we've got some really nice stuff listed this week. Electronic games! Electronic games, yes! Okay, let's start. Let's start with something LED, and that is this. Ogre Battle. No, not Battle. Ogre Eater. Ogre Battle's on Nintendo formats. Ogre Eater. It's a Pac-Man style game. It's released by Tandy, but I don't think it's originally by Tandy. I think it's Intel. It's a CGL. I think it's a CGL. Gakken. It might be Gakken. I know. I'm sure I know. But anyway, Tandy were responsible for a lot of the LED games. They just took them over. They went to the companies who made them and said, look, can we make a renamed Ogre Eater version of your electronic game? And that is it. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of me playing these as I go along. So this is me playing Ogre Eater. Okay, here we have Ogre Eaters. No, Ogre Eater. That's a joke. Okay, here we go. It's very simple maze. Classic. Maybe I should press start. Yeah. What a jazzy tune. And it's your typical picking up the dots. There's only one ghost. Oh, that was like the secret door. Down, across. Oh, he's coming after me. There's a power pill, you know this. Yeah, I got the ghost. There you go. Ogre Eater. Ogre Eater there, yes, Ogre Eater. Okay, Ogre Eater. Ogre Eater. I don't know. Sounds like a name of some lady, isn't it? Ogre Eater. Margarita, isn't it? I'll have a margarita time. Ogre Eater time. Oh, stop it, Jace. You really are sinking to an all-time new low. What about the kings of handheld gaming? Game & Watch! Yes, we have Game & Watch this week, and we very rarely get them these days. We used to have tons. At one point in time we had over 50 Game & Watches in stock, but these days they seldom turn up. What about this one? This is Bomb Sweeper. Not Bum Sweeper, that's a different game. Bomb Sweeper. It's a double screen game. I'm going to get it out and show you. No rude stuff mint there. Got nice pristine flaps. No rude stuff mint there. Let me just show you the game. Here we go. No manual, but we have got the Pollyanna. And as you can see, it's gorgeous. It's in lovely condition. I'll show you. Open there. Beautiful. These double screen games, they were so inventive. I mean, Nintendo really pushed the boundaries of what was capable with simple LCD games. And as before, let me show you me playing it! Gameplay! Bum Sweeper! I'll never get bored of that. It is Bum Sweeper. And here we go. Double screen. Do you hear a bit of a creaky hinge there? Just a little creak. It says 12 o'clock, it's best game 1. And it's a maze game. And this... I mean, this guy at the top, he wanders. It's like a little intro where he looks around in the holes and then dives down the hole and then you get to play. It's very shady. I don't know why I've got some shadow. And there you see at the bottom, it's a bit like Sokoban. Sokoban, you know that one, where you push the boxes to try and get to the bomb. I think I've already ruined the go, haven't I? You've got the timer at the top. The timer ticks down, and that's how much time you've got to get the bomb. And you can push the levels. So I've made it easy. Easy start, isn't it? It's an easy start. Sokoban. It's a game type. And you can see the bomb's in that top corner. I need to go up there. Yeah, see, I'll push the levels out of the way. And I've done it. And that is Bomb Sweeper. So there you have it. That was Bomb Sweeper, not Bum Sweeper. Okay, let's carry on. We've got more Game & Watch! Yes, more Game & Watch. And this one is a legendary. This is the Donkey Kong 3 Micro Versus System. Oh my god, in beautiful condition, as you can see. Now the great thing about the Micro Versus System games, there's 4 in total, is they had separate controllers for 2-player action. I mean, they really, Nintendo, I mean, you would expect nothing less. They push the boundaries of what was capable with LCD gaming. Released in 1984. Let me open this up for you. Look, still in its plastic. And what have we got in there? We've got the original manual, the Pollyanna there, and there's the manual. Beautiful, lovely condition. Let's give you a show of the game. Now, I love these games. They're just such... I mean, it's the metal faceplate is so gorgeous and shiny. Look at that. Oh, I know, it's almost sexual anyway, isn't it? Just because I go, oh, lovely. Amazing, even the back's really super pristine and clean. It's proper 10 out of 10 condition, this one. And let's open it up for you. And there. Put these go like that, and you can see you've got the instructions there. And these are the 2 individual controllers. And let me just show you how these work. These pull and spin the wire. I'll pull it. So you pull it out. And it spins. Oh, isn't it beautiful? And then you've got the proper wire on the cable, and there's even a little notch in the back of the game. I'll show you here. You see there's a little notch for the wires. Pop them in there. Close it down, and then you've got a handheld with 2 proper controllers. I mean, it's just incredible, isn't it? Incredible. I knew you'd be fun incredible. Anyway. Let me show you how it works. Even though it's a 2-player game, I'm going to show you in 1-player mode. Here we go. Donkey Kong 3, yes, Micro Versus System. This is going to be tricky to show because I've got the separate controller, but I'll try. Let's go 1-player game. And so now I can go up and down and fire. So you play 2 players. You basically, do you know the game? You know, what's it called? That Wild West game where you just shoot things across the middle, hoping to get the other person out and they hide behind a cactus. It's like a version of that. Wild West. Boot Hill. Boot Hill! It came to me. See, I've still got a memory. And I died. And if you play 2-player, obviously you're both trying to battle. It's a shoot 'em up, really. It's a shooter. Sending stuff over. You're trying to get each other. Yeah. That is Donkey Kong 3. Thank you very much. So there we have Donkey Kong 3. Donkey Kong 3. Lovely bit of gameplay. We're loving a bit of gameplay on the show today, aren't we? What's next in the box? Well, there's another Game & Watch. And this one is called Lifeboat. Now, Lifeboat is one of my favourites. It's the thing about, look at the boxes. This is a really gorgeous one. I mean, this is amazing. Lifeboat. Now, the thing about Game & Watch is they really test both sides of your brain. Sort of concentrating on one thing on the side of the screen and then trying to concentrate on the other at the same time. It's that kind of mental dexterity you need to play. It's very addictive because it just represents such a challenge, even now. Let me just show you. Oh, so look, you can see it's in its plastic. It's in its plastic. I've got such a treat for you. And look under here, what have we got? We've got the warning sheet there. Warning sheet. Don't sweat on it. Don't sweat it, big man. We've got the batteries and liquids warning sheet. Second warning sheet. We've got the stickers. We've got the stickers. Oh, hold it up, please. These are little stickers that go over the battery cover, stop people opening it up. Absolutely brand new, untouched. Absolutely perfect manual. Look at this. This is, I mean, it's one of the best examples of Game & Watch we've had for years. Literally years. That's how often we get them. Now I'm going to show you this now. I'm so excited about doing this for you. This is worth watching all the show up to this point for, because I have told you about these having a film on the front, because you can see it does look a little bit rough, even though the game is brand new. I mean, you can see inside. Look at this. It is brand new, shiny, mint condition, fully tested. It's lovely. But these front metal faceplates, I've said before, they get a bit scratched and worn. They get a bit, especially Donkey Kong is the one I always highlight. But you see is that effect of the rolling pattern there. Well, there is a little plastic film over the top of that. And now I'm going to, this is such a treat for you. This is such a treat for you. I promise it is a treat. I am going to pull, because this has got it. This is in brand new condition. This has got the pull sheet. This is the pull plastic, and I'm going to do it for you live. So deep breath, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me just see if I can just get the corner up. I've got the corner up now. Sorry about that. As you can see, I'm pulling. I'll get this in focus. I'm pulling it. Look, now this is going to feel so good. You ready? What's he doing? What is he doing? He's destroying the value. No, he's not. He's not. Oh! Yes! It's coming off. Yes! It is brand new. That is Virgin Game & Watch. I'm going to keep doing this for a bit. Look at this. Hang on. Let's do this to music. I've not had enough yet, have you? Oh, that was one of the best experiences I've had on the show. That really was amazing. I can never ever touch that. That is perfect. I might try and put this back on. Can we put it back on, Jace? I don't want to touch it. It's so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen, isn't it? That brand new. To see the front of the Game Watch in brand new like that. Yeah, I've stuck it on. I've stuck it back on. Protection. Yes, beautiful. I'm going to show you this game working now without touching it. No, I will touch it, but I said I'd show you running. Check it out. Lifeboat, yeah, Lifeboat. There's Lifeboat on. You can see you've got the batteries in. I can try and get some light on it. It's very tricky to record Game & Watches, isn't it? I don't know why. Something going on with the lights. Let's press one player game A. And basically, you're collecting a little raft. You control a raft on both screens, and you need to collect the little guys. Oh, I'm absolutely rubbish. I'm going to blame it on the angle I'm trying to play this on. Right, there's the raft. I'm moving them left and right. Yeah, I've caught one. One's in the raft on the right there. One's in the on the left, and then you get taken to the edge. Oh, I try. Well, I was taking the one to the edge. The other one didn't get caught. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at it, am I? But that is Lifeboat. It's actually a brilliant game. Really, really needs a lot more skill than I've got, though. Okay, one more thing in the box today, and it's another electronic game. It is this. Very different. Space Cobra by Poppy. It is not a Game & Watch. You can see it is quite different. Space Cobra is a Japanese anime show. And this is an electronic game based on it. Only released in Japan. These Poppy games, it's very unusual design. I'll pull it out for you. That's what I say to all the ladies. Pull it out for you there. You can see again in its plastic bag, original plastic bag. You've got the manual in there. It's lovely. It's got the Pollyanna there. She's here. And there's the manual. All in Japanese, obviously, because it's a Japanese only game. And let's show you this game, Space Cobra Professional. It's not amateur in any way. Let's have a look. As you can see, it's a really unusual concept for a game. Now I'm going to open it and try and do it with style, because they spring open a bit. They do spring open. I'm going to... Chase, come on. What are you doing? Oh, done it. Right. You can see, like, enjoy the audio as well for this. I'm going to be quiet for a bit. Look. My love was really a bit of it, but you see what I mean. The game folds out into this kind of. It always reminds me of opera glasses because you've got two different screens. It's a shooter game. It's quite interesting. Unusual control layout as well. You've got left and down, right and down on that side, and up and left on this button here, which is it's unusual. It's only actually two directions, but it's kind of like diagonal. And you've got a little logo there of the Space Cobra guy. It's a really nice compact item, and I know what you want to see. You want to see me playing it. So this is what it's like to play. Here we are then, Space Cobra, two little screens there. Let's press game mode, yeah. How do we start? How come start? Fire? No. Sounds on. Mode. Mode. Stop. Listen to them tunes. So on the right screen you have a target, like Afterburner style, and then on the left screen, you're targeting really badly, and on the right it looks like Scramble. It's weird. I am shooting them. There's no fire noise, but you can see that they're disappearing because I'm shooting. Yeah, so it's a weird shooter. Really. I don't really know what the right screen does, apart from just add aesthetic beauty. Because you don't seem to control anything. You're all about moving the sight in about 3 positions and pressing fire. And that's it. But the LCD games, they're simple but beautiful. Thank you, Space Cobra. Welcome back. So yes, there you have it. Space Cobra. Isn't it fantastic when I get to talk about electronic games, not for a feature, but because they actually came in. So I think we're almost at the end of the show. Let me just say, a big reminder, not here next week, but the big Christmas Retro Games show on the 23rd of December, Friday the 23rd. As long as it gets uploaded, it might be on Christmas Eve if it takes so long. It might not be HD until Christmas Eve. You know how these things go. YouTube's a bit slow to process. So look forward to that. Put lots of comments in. Remember the competition's in. All those 3 amazing prizes. Someone's going to win them. And it would be nice. A nice way to celebrate Christmas, winning some Retro Games crud. So on that, all that's left to say, that's better. All that's left to say is, happy Retro Gaming, Retro Gamers!
Retro Games says thank you for watching. Retro Games says thank you for watching.
I sincerely do want to say thank you